Hello and welcome everyone. Thank you for being here. This is Raisa. If you're new, enjoy the playlists, channeled messages, as well as the playlist Step Up the Lightworker. And if you'd like to see more videos, join a membership page on crystallineguidance.com to see videos for old souls. This video is a channeled message from your guardian angels. Here we go. And so it is. Let's describe the events currently appearing before you, squeezing many out of their axis, the revolving energies in and around your energy centers. Why is this allowed in your collective surroundings? Why are they not paying mind to their lives? It has become a norm to see other people's personal lives, people who have none, showing something to those who must have one. Beloveds, you are here to show what a being generating light from within is, by example. Show your light. Where is it? Time to get off the slumber of disillusionment of proper aristocraticum, of nodding to the commonly accepted norms of doing things spiritual. You are a living being. Do you realize that? Do you know that you have massive amounts of power within you and massive amounts of power to bring in? Do it. For your ancestors, for your loved ones, for you. If you don't do when it is needed, then when it is not needed, you won't be needed. It is your experience to participate in or not, to benefit from or not. Many ask, what are we supposed to do? Beloveds, it should be screaming from within you. Listen. 1. Pray for peace, love, joy, strength. 2. Feel the peace, love, joy, strength. 3. Share peace, love, joy, strength. It is needed, and if the light carrier does not show the way, how will the lost see? You will forget too. As your saying goes, use it or lose it. Indeed, lost for centuries and lifetimes. This isn't your first time being at this point of ascension process. You've done this before. You just haven't been able to move past this point. Push yourself daily until it gets in your energetic bloodstream to pray and practice. Pray and share. This is temporary. After the shift, it will be different. You will be so proud of your past self for perseverance, tenacity, and dedication to your soul's heart. Your heart comes from the spark of your Creator, coming home, whole and complete. All that to get you back where you belong, in the vast creation of variety of life. Life force, breathe it. Loving force, feel it. Power, be. Ponder. I am powerful. I am strong. What is it and how to activate it if you don't believe it? First, realize it is something inside you telling you you isn't. Tell it out. Send it to God. Let it find the path home, no longer allowed to torment. You find you, Christ light inside you, and just like that, others will light up from within, and you and we will all recognize each other for what we are. See the pattern. Observe. Look around. What can be done? And do it. Kind gesture. Help. Developing skills. Sharing skills. Teaching. Assisting. Anything and everything. Small deeds and great deeds are appreciated, felt through dimensions. For when we assist, don't you feel it in yours? So then, when you love, we feel and we thank you. There is much distraction, diluting of focus. Pay attention. It isn't difficult. The ease comes when you realize you are important too. Just like others you make important in your mind. The more important you make someone, the more important they will feel. Then throughout millennia and abuse of power, see what it did. In each community, with members equally honored for their essence, fairness and kind order remains. Peace prevails. When in peace, you process faster, clearer, and strategically. When in stress, it is all a mess. The world in all is divided into different portions of awarenesses, so to speak, from eat or be eaten to careless to diligence. How are they so diverse? Billions of minds. Do you comprehend what this means? Throughout histories, one person could affect the global events. Billions have that much power and speed. Break free from your heads. Unite, beloveds. Focus. Create a vision of what you want your planet to be like, what you want your human species to be like, and be that. Share that. Help that. A drop at a time creates full-on watering of the garden. A grain at a time feeds the population. A tiny mustard seed size faith heals through eons. Winner or victim. We bid you peace and clarity. And that is the message. It is probably familiar to you. You've heard this before, to take your power back. And every time you probably wonder, well, how am I supposed to do that? And who cares about my power, right? Well, think of a butterfly effect. Of course it matters. Just like you think that your deeds don't matter, always know that there are plenty of people out there who think the same. And if one person starts believing in themselves that they're capable, then by butterfly effect, you help others realize that too. So you don't even need to meet everybody of similar insecurity. It just happens naturally. And the more and more people are going to start believing in themselves that they can help assist the planet and humanity move through this shift in a gentle way. We cannot stop the shift. It has to happen because it is the planetary cycle. What you can help is less dramatic events, because there's plenty of that through video games, through certain shows and movies. This apocalyptic mindset of destruction is rampant in people's brains because they've been believing it for a long time, especially seeing these on the screens for so long. So a lot of people are almost unconsciously desiring that, not realizing that they will be affected as well. And everybody is going to be affected in different ways. It is different for everybody. Now, because you can't stop the shift, but you can affect its severity, you as a light worker are called to shine your light of kindness. So, for example, in your meditations, love the planet, send love to the whole population, and always pray for assistance. Pray for your guides, your ancestors. Pray for divine forces to help us move through. We don't know how long it takes, and the history repeats itself. Plenty of people want to rewrite the history. The danger arises there is people forget their roots, people forget their origins, where they really come from. So for example, when someone tells you that they want to rewrite history, be very careful following that. That just means grab what you have of value, of knowledge, of wisdom, read it, save it within your system, because it might be rewritten again and again. You know how anything that has light and purity has been trampled on, and usually the ones that are dedicated to preserving it, they end up to be physically as victims in the situation, but on a soul level standing up for light. These times are going to be similar, and at the same time for many souls different, in a sense that this is their last time defending it. This is of course by choice. You can always change your path. For example, if you've seen your Akashic record, or let's say somebody told you Akashic record and this is on your path, if you prepare well enough for something that someone told you that you have to go through, you know that you have the power to change it. You always have the power to go higher and higher. Higher where? Back to the heart of God. If you think you don't care, if you think not in this lifetime, where you are right now is going to happen again and again. And if you think by then maybe I'll do something about it, just remember, and this is your free will, remember, every time you are at crossroads, and if you don't do anything about it, every next time this crossroads is going to be harder to pass and to make a decision. Every time will be harder. Think of right now, if you are at crossroads and how difficult it is, right? And let's say you procrastinate. That's because you've done this many times in past lives. So every time we feel this terror, every time we feel like we want to procrastinate, it's like building a wall one level higher. So basically you would do this for your own self. You're not doing it for others. Even if you help humanity as a whole, you are a part of that humanity, right? So by helping humanity, you're helping yourself. You are a part of the all, and all has you in it. The dreamer dreams the dream. Each character within the level of the dream must wake up. So wake up and be a dreamer of your own dream. Don't be a character of somebody else's dream. This is not some shallow, low-level pick a pill thing. No, absolutely not. This, if you pay attention and you look around, it is way, way beyond that, and beyond that, and beyond that. Several and infinite levels of these. Every time you wake up from that slumber, you will find you are in another. The faster you move through them, the easier it gets. It is a pattern. You must recognize your own pattern. How do you recognize a pattern? Through your own knowing thyself. Joshua did us a great favor when he said that. So I do advise that you read his words, even if they were translated and mistranslated and overly translated. He himself is going to convey straight into your heart, straight into your mind what he meant for you at that particular point in time in your evolution, in your life, in every lifetime. Remember, this is an multi-dimensional work. So if you're looking at physical body, physical eyes, reading a physical book, that's all you'll get. If you're seeing yourself as a multi-dimensional being, connecting to a multi-dimensional being of Christ, that multi-dimensional being, through its omnipresence, is going to feed you, and you will never thirst and hunger again. He promised that. And every person, every soul who adheres to this advice always fills up. There are plenty of you who are inspired to do something good. You paint, you draw, you dance, you cook. Continue doing it. By your happiness, you evaporate goodness from inside you. And the more people intentionally sending love to those who need it, you don't even need to know them, but you are familiar with parts of the world that need it. Everybody can wake up to their power, to their divinity from within, so they don't have to be toys in somebody else's game. For Jesus said, "Do not be afraid of the one who can destroy the body, but of the one who can destroy the soul." It is real. Pay attention. There is much of the soul's corruption happening throughout in every area of life. This is the shift planetary for the planet, as well as planetary for the inhabitants of the planet. Pay attention to nature screaming that it is getting ready. All of your suspicions, all of your feelings, as if something, write them down. Connect the dots. Feel. What is it that you are feeling? Process it. Work with it. This is your job. This is your work. Your inner work. Your center work. You must remember your way back to God, no matter what happens to the physical body. You may look up in your Akash and you may see, are you going to live through the shift or not? Before, during, after? Which way? At this point, you may still change if you are capable to connect to your counsel and counsel with them, right? But no matter what, you must know your way back home. It is already inside you. So no matter what happens, you're never lost. You're always home. And where is home? Where you are. Where are you? And that is what they meant. A winner or a victim. Do you own your life? Or do you want to play a game of somebody else owns your life? because you cannot go against the flow of divine forces. The divine forces created you to rejoice, to love life. You are a winner. Own it. Take your power back. Look up to the Christ within you. Look up to the Christ around, wherever there is Christ. There is absolutely no need, no soul nourishment in worshiping others. Absolutely none. And when each realizes that that's how powerful they are, they become their own leader of themselves. And what happens when the species become all leaders? They transcend their limitations. This is your ascension into the next level, into the light body. It will take a while to physically move into it, but it is shortly to be able to comprehend it. And that is what we're doing. Take every day at a time. You are important. Know thyself, accept thyself, and love thyself. Rejoice, you are a living soul, a spark of God. Blessings beyond.